Bonjour, bonjour, and welcome to lesson number 2 here at Language City. Today we're going to start by going over the numbers from 1 to 20. So here it is. You can repeat at home after me. Feel free. Okay, no one's listening to you, so it's okay, it's just you and me. Alright, c'est parti. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if I stopped here, the lesson would be very incomplete. There's a lot more already that you need to know about counting from 1 to 10. Let's go over the letters that you pronounce and don't pronounce first, all right? So 1, the two letters combined together, 1 is 1, okay? The 2, you don't have the X, you don't hear it. So 2, EU together is E. 3, you're not going to hear the S. You only hear these letters if they're followed by a vowel. So 2 hommes, the H is silent followed by a vowel sound. So 2 hommes, 3 hommes, 3 amis, 3 friends. 4, remember the U is silent. When we say it a little fast in a sentence, you're not even going to hear the R. You can say 4. 4 personnes. 4. Like a cat. Okay? So don't worry about that R. 5. All right, 5, we hear the K here. 6, you hear the S. If you want to know why we have an X here and there, it's simply that those who created spelling in French and created the rules just wanted to remind people of the Latin origins of French. So they said it would look really cool if we could have an X every now and then so that would remind people it's a Latin language. So that's the only reason why we have those sometimes somewhat complicated spellings on words. Okay? 7, we don't hear the P at all. It's silent. 8, 9, 10. Now, that being said, when you use these numbers in a sentence, 6, you're not going to hear the X at all. Okay, if I said it's not followed by by a vowel, you won't hear the X at all. It would be si. 6 tables, 6 chaises, 6 tables, 6 chairs, 6 maisons, 6 houses. Same with 8. You won't hear the T at all when it's followed by a consonant. So most of the time you won't hear it. The H is silent. And so you will say 8 personnes, 8 people. 8 maisons, 8 houses. 8 voitures, 8 cars. 8 tables, 8 tables. D'accord? 9, you do hear the F. Okay, 9. Let's go over some examples. Sorry, before I move on. Same thing with 10, of course. You will hear D followed by consonants. You will hear 10, okay? 10 personnes, 10 people. 10 voitures, 10 cars. 10 tables, 10 tables. But 10 ordinateurs, 10 computers, we're going to connect the X as a Z sound with the next vowel, the O. 10 ordinateurs, 10 computers. D'accord? 4 voitures, 4 voitures, 4 cars. 6 guitares, 6 guitars, 6 guitars. 6 enfants. Now, usually I don't say the X, but because it's followed by a vowel, I'm going to connect the X with the E with a Z sound. 6 enfants. And of course, with the word enfant, you don't hear the TS. The AN together is pronounced en. 6 enfants. D'accord? 8 filles. The H is silent. I don't hear the T. I don't say it at all. 8 filles. 8 filles. Even the ILL, remember from the previous lesson, is pronounced ye, like in Spanish, ye. You can say fille. It's fine. People won't make a difference, really. I know we can be annoying when it comes to really pronouncing things very properly and precisely, but on fille, we won't make a big deal out of it if you just say fille. Okay? Again, the H is silent, and it's followed by a vowel, so I'm going to connect the T to the vowel. 8 ordinateurs. 8 ordinateurs for 8 computers. Ordinateur. We don't say the S of the plural. 8 ordinateurs. D'accord? 10 puppies, 10 chiots. 10 chiots. 10 puppies. I'm not saying the X. 10 chiots. Make sure you don't say the T on chiot for puppies, otherwise you'll be saying a bad word, all right? I'll tell you what it is. Les chiottes is a slang word for the bathroom. D'accord? I think in English you might call it the crapper. Okay, and that's les chiottes in French. So don't say the T, otherwise wrong word. 10 chiots, 10 puppies. 10 avions, usually the X is silent, but it's followed by a vowel, so we're connecting the two sounds. 10 avions with a Z sound. D'accord? The plural of the S is silent. 10 avions, 10 planes. Let's count from 11 to 15 now. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Again. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, you don't say the U for 14 and 15. All right? Now from 16 to 19 and 20, actually. 16 is 16. 16, 16. And then from 17 to 19, we do a little bit of math. It's 10, 7, 10, 8, and 10, 9. Pronounced that way. 17, 17, 18 with the Z sound. That's an S sound, that's a Z sound. 18, 19, Z sound again. 19, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. On 20, 20, you don't hear the G and the T at all. 20. All right? It's spelled V-I-N-G-T. 20. D'accord? All right, let's go over something else now. All right, let's quickly go over the days of the week. There might be a couple of things to know, or maybe possibly the origin of the words. The days of the week were mainly named after the planets of our solar system. Lundi was named after the moon, like the old word moon day, Monday in English. Lundi, and D in Latin meant day. That's why you have D at the end of all those days of the week. Lundi, day of the moon, lune, la lune. Lundi. Mardi. Mercredi. Jeudi. Vendredi. Vendredi. This one is pronounced samedi. Okay, samedi. And the E is really not pronounced at all. D'accord? Samedi. Samedi. And the last day is dimanche. Dimanche, which stands for Dies Dominica, the day of the Lord in Latin. Dimanche. D'accord? Moving on. Okay, very quickly we're going to go over the parts of the body in French. This is les cheveux, plural. The hair is plural. We always talk about my hairs are in French. Okay? So les cheveux, that's the plural article les. Les cheveux. And when we speak fast, remember that in French it's a rule that's really completely overlooked that nobody mentions. But when you have an E without an accent on it in second position, it's the second sound of a word, the French will skip them. So les cheveux, the French will really say les cheveux. Les cheveux. Okay? It's almost pronounced like an F connected to the ch. Les cheveux. D'accord? L'oreille is the ear. L'oreille, it's a feminine word. Une oreille, an ear. L'oreille, l'oreille droite, the right ear. We say the ear right. L'oreille droite, the right ear. Le cou is the neck. Please don't mispronounce it, otherwise you're going to say the ass. Okay, which is le cul. All right, so this is the ass, this is the neck, not the same. Le cul, L is silent, but le cou, the neck. L'épaule gauche, the left shoulder. The shoulder is l'épaule, d'accord? Le coude is the elbow. Le coude. Les doigts are the fingers, and you have the word digits in English that comes from the word finger in French. Les doigts, and the G and the T and the S are silent. Half the word is silent. Les doigts. Le pied is the foot, same as in Spanish, except they don't have the D in Spanish. We kept it because it reminds us of the origin of the word. Les pieds, d'accord? La tête is the head. La tête. Les yeux, that's one of our irregular nouns, remember? Les yeux, the eyes. One eye is un œil, remember? Un œil, and les yeux. Plural, les yeux. D'accord? Le nez, the easiest pronounced E, so we don't say the Z. Le nez, the nose. La bouche is the mouth. And I keep hearing Americans say, ferme la bouche all the time, which is not how we say shut your mouth, really. It's worse than that, really. Ferme la bouche would be so nice. So yeah, the French would really say ferme ta gueule for shut up or shut your mouth. Ferme ta gueule. Gueule is originally, if you look it up in the dictionary, it's going to tell you it's the mouth of an animal. Okay? So shut your mouth, shut up. Ferme ta gueule. La main droite, the right hand, that's la main, the hand. La main, A-I-N together is the sound un, remember, so la main. Le bras droit. Here, arm is a masculine word, that's why it's droit. Hand is a feminine word, that's why it's droite. Le bras droit. Bras is the arm. We don't say the S. Le bras droit. No, it does not mean breast. It does not mean. It does not mean. It does not mean bras either. D'accord. Le ventre is the stomach. Le ventre. La jambe droite, the right leg. La jambe is the leg. Okay. Le pied droit is the right foot. Le pied is the foot. Le genou is the knee. Again, when the French speak a little fast, they're going to drop that E and pronounce it le genou. Le genou. Okay? Keep that in mind, otherwise you'll never be able to understand the French. Very important. Le genou. D'accord? Moving on. All right, let's talk about how to introduce oneself. All the little things that you would like to be able to say when you start learning French, so I've tried to put them together in a nutshell. It's a little short, but at least so that you can have the nice feeling of being able to communicate already. All right, so bonjour, bonjour is the standard hello. Bonjour, really good day. Bonjour. Salut is a more casual way of saying bonjour. It's like hi, almost what's up. Let's say it's hi. And bye, it means both. It's like in Italian, they say ciao, ciao for hi and for bye. Same thing in French, we say salut, salut for hi, salut for bye. We actually do use ciao just to say goodbye in French. Salut, and we don't say the T. Au revoir, the French will always pronounce it faster than that. They will say au revoir. We'll skip this E here. Say au revoir, au revoir, au revoir, bye, goodbye. To ask someone, how are you? This is the one standard way of saying that. It's not particularly formal. It's just standard. We say ça va? How are you? How's it going? Ça va? Comment ça va? You can ask. And that's more of a genuine question. It's more like, how you doing? Like, just to be polite. You don't expect really an answer. This is more a genuine question. Comment ça va? How are you? Okay? Bien, good, even though it's really technically well. I'm doing well. Je vais bien. Ça va bien. You can say ça va bien. I'm doing well. Ça va. I'm fine. I'm good. D'accord? Ça va. If you want to know, really, it means it's going. So, it's going well. Is it going? How is it going? Okay? It's really how it goes. It goes or it's going. It's the same thing for us. We'll get into that later. Comment tu t'appelles? That's informal. Remember in French we have, if you're not aware of it, we have formal and informal. When you address someone, you can be formal or informal. And we'll go over that. This is the informal way of talking to someone, either a child or someone you know or you're comfortable with. Comment tu t'appelles means what's your name? And in French we say how you call yourself. Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Lucy. My name is Lucy. And we say I call myself Lucy. D'accord? So, comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Lucy. If you want to say it in the formal way, you say comment vous vous appelez? And we pronounce it. Comment vous vous appelez? Comment vous vous appelez? Je m'appelle Alex. Je m'appelle John. Je m'appelle Michael. Je m'appelle François, Yves, René, Hubert, Olivier, all those French names. That's another thing that I think is very underrated is allowing students to get used to French names, whether it be city names or proper nouns. You know, Hubert, Vincent, names that you don't necessarily have in English or that sound very different. Okay, so we'll work on that. I always have a bunch of Mathieu, Pierre, Hubert, Stanislas in my examples, in my sentences. D'accord? Et toi? Et toi is the way we would say, how about you? And we say, and you? Comment tu t'appelles? What's your name? Et toi? Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Isabelle. And the French will always pronounce it faster and they will skip this E and say, je m'appelle. Je m'appelle Isabelle. Je m'appelle Franck. Je m'appelle Christophe. Je m'appelle. D'accord? Tu as quel âge? For how old are you? Again, this is informal. If you want to be more formal, you would say vous avez quel âge? If you want to venture, try to ask somebody's age. Go ahead. I want to know the result, though. You have to tell me. Vous avez quel âge? D'accord. Vous avez quel âge? How old are you, sir? That's more formal. And what we really say is, you have what age? Or you have which age? D'accord? Tu as quel âge? Vous avez quel âge? Remember, the U is silent. Tu as quel âge? When the French speak faster, which is most of the time, they will say t'as quel âge? You have. Will be pronounced ta. Okay, we're going to skip the U. Because in French, remember, there's a rule which is that theoretically we're not allowed to have two vowel sounds next to each other at the end of a word, the beginning of the next word. Usually we'll make a contraction, but for the verbs, subject verb like this, we're not allowed to officially drop that U, but we really do in practice. So people who say t'as quel âge? J'ai 14 ans. I'm 14 years old. We say I have 14 years. J'ai 14 ans. I'm 20. J'ai 20 ans. I'm 30. J'ai 30 ans. I'm 40, j'ai 40 ans. D'accord? A formal please would be s'il vous plaît, s'il vous plaît. And again, if I say it a little faster, I'm going to drop the L and say s'il vous plaît, s'il vous plaît, s'il te plaît. In an informal way, I would say that to a child or someone that I know, your spouse, your kids, or your brothers and sisters, your friends. S'il te plaît. And again, s'il te plaît is very theoretical. That's how we would say in an ideal world where we would do everything for you guys to understand what we say. But no, we speak faster than that and we can contract those words together. And most of the time, people are going to end up saying s'il te plaît. And they will even sometimes spell it like that. S'il te plaît. S'il te plaît. Okay? S'il te plaît. Merci, of course, is thank you. De rien is you're welcome. We say of nothing in the sense of, yeah, that's nothing. Don't worry about it. De rien, you're welcome. De rien. D'accord? That's it for today. I'll see you soon for another lesson. Salut!